are still visiting with the Mid-Michigan Community Action, and joining me now is John.
There.
Can you explain what exactly you do, John?
Absolutely. One of the big initiatives that we run at Mid-Michigan Community Action is weatherization and energy efficiency, saving money on the energy that you use every day. And there are a number of different ways that we do that. We have a few different demonstrations here on how we do that.
Okay, well, we love to save some money, so let's get to it, John. Show us what you got.
Okay, we start with doorways. We always talk about doorways with people. When you look at doorways, we're always looking at the different ways that we can seal around the door. That's where a lot of the air is going to come in.
Yeah.
So we talk with that. We talk about weather stripping.
Okay.
It's a very simple way to get around the door.
Sure.
Seal that off a little bit. And secondary to that on the bottom is door sweeps.
Oh,
which is what you
yeah.
see here, more of a permanent sweep. This one's more of a temporary that you can stick on for the winter months. Windows, the big thing is windows can be very expensive to replace.
Yes.
So a lot of times we're in a position where we just need to seal them somehow.
Okay.
So there's always going to be sealing around the trim itself.
Sure.
But we look at kind of a do-it-yourself, some temporary things we can do around windows. In the past, years ago, you would have seen the plastic that you put on there, and then use a hairdryer and shrink it down and throw it away at the end of the year.
Too much work.
Exactly. Now we now have a reusable plastic where it's a thicker, almost like a shower curtain.
Yeah,
that goes on.
it is.
Everything stays in place. You just replace it. You can take it off when needed. Put it down. When you put it on, it goes nice and clear and seals out a lot of that air.
Nice. How much air does it, kind of seal out? Does it do the job?
Yeah, especially when you have any areas where air is specifically coming through.
Okay.
Older windows are going to have a large issue with that.
Sure. Well, what took so long to come up with this? Because people have been using the hairdryer and the shrink wrap for years.
This is much easier. Once it's on, it's on.
Okay, what do we have next?
Okay, so some of the other areas we look at are something as simple as light bulbs.
Yeah.
We've kind of gone to an LED light bulb situation. Incandescent light bulbs, they get hot, they burn out quickly, they use a lot of energy. LED light bulb is going to use just a fraction. So what you would think of as a 40-watt light bulb incandescent, now you can go down to like a 9-watt per year. When you take 9 watts at about $1.08 a year running, and you multiply that by the number of light bulbs in your house, you see immediate savings on it. They do also last much, much longer.
Yeah, because like changing out, those incandescent light bulbs is just like you got to keep so many around because they go out so fast.
Yep.
Okay, next.
All right, next kind of deals with both safety as well as energy efficiency.
Okay.
We always want to look at smoke detectors.
Sure.
We have smoke detectors are very easy to replace. They really just kind of go on and off. The nice thing about new smoke alarms is that they run 10-year battery lives. So instead of getting that chirp that always hits you and you have to replace it, now you get a 10-year battery life. When it's time to replace that battery, it's time to replace the entire smoke detector.
Yeah. Okay. Continue on.
All right. So now we move to a water section of the house. Now, water, while not being specifically an energy saver, heating water is very expensive to do. So if you think about your big 3 appliances, your refrigerator, your furnace, and your water heater are going to go through. So one of the ways we can help that is by changing off the aerators or cleaning them out if you don't have new ones, because hard water minerals get through there. You'll actually see stones in there. Those just unscrew very easily. New ones screw back on. They also use a true aeration where air comes through, mixes, gives it a nice soft feel. It also saves on the amount of water being used. The less water coming out of the tank, the less you're having to reheat.
Okay, well, thank you so much, John.
Thank you very much.
Now, when Focus on 5 gets back, we're going to learn a little more about their weatherization program. I see lots of good stuff. You see this trailer behind us, so stick around to find out what it is.